That's the game, right? Like either you're right or you're wrong. Either you win or you lose. But if you're gonna come to me and tell me you don't have time, in a world where I work every fucking second for 18 hours a day, right? You're gonna have a tough time making me feel bad that it's not happening for you, because that's part of it.
It's simple. It's now or never time.
What would have had to have happened in a week for you to look back on that week with pride? Okay, maybe stop breaking promises to yourself. When you say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m., and when the option comes to hit the snooze button, don't do it. There's one win that you've got for the day. That's action.
So it all comes down to this moment. This moment is the only time we can transform. And I say joy now or never.
Don't miss the opportunity of this moment, because the days are going to be long, but the months will be short.
You have an opportunity. Seize the opportunity.
We all get wake-up calls. We get wake-up calls in our relationship. We get wake-up calls in our finances. And some people, the phone's ringing off the hook right now. They're getting wake-up calls on a bunch of things. They're at home with their family, and they're starting to realize, I was disconnected from my family. I haven't been plugged in. They got a wake-up call on their relationships at home. They've gotten a wake-up call on, I don't have any savings, and I'm deeply in debt. This isn't working. And so the cool thing is, when you get the call, then you have to make the choice. Are you going to answer the phone? And if you pick the phone up, that means, baby, it's time to change. Are you going to answer the phone? Are you going to change your life where you say, never again?
Maybe it's time to increase your quality of life. Maybe instead of staying in the middle back seat, it's time to upgrade to the exit row.
Right, or business class.
Business class, or maybe it's time to eat at a different restaurant. Maybe it's time to really think about your money dial and say, hey, I always claim that wellness is important, and yet I'm still eating like the same old thing I used to eat 10 years ago. Maybe it's time to upgrade what I eat and where I work out and all that kind of stuff, my gear. You can do that. Yeah. You've made it. You already won the basic game, so now you get to benefit from it.
I believe if you're the kind of person that has spent too much time thinking about where to go, then it's time to get in the car and start driving.
And you have to be able to pivot quickly. You have to be able to adjust fast. You have to constantly be aware of the changes around you. And you don't have time to kind of say, well, I'm going to give it 6 months and think about it. You give it 6 days and hit it. The fastest person doesn't win the race. It's the person who starts first.
Be the now what you want to be later. It starts right now. And if you're not doing the now, don't ever expect the later to be the person you want to look in the mirror. Everyone's like, oh, later in life, I want to do this. Later in life, I want to do that. Later in life is turning around, looking in the mirror right now. That's the later in life. And unless that turnaround is something in progression, later in life ain't gonna be anything different.
Absolutely, you do whatever it takes, okay? Even if it risks your life, that's your dream. I made the decision that, look, this is what I want to do. Somebody's give me an opportunity, I'm gonna take advantage of it. I have 24 hours in the day. I try to take advantage of every hour.
Yeah, most days I just want to wake up and make the most of the time I have. I realize it's finite, and that I think I'm here for some purpose. That's what I was trained to believe by my own family spiritually, like we're all here for some purpose to give. Then mostly I'm just like constantly worried that I'm not fulfilling that promise. I was like, wow, if I'm not pushing myself to do more and to have more impact, then I'm not really taking full advantage of why I'm here.
Because if you spend your time learning too much and never acting, you're gonna fail, right? If you spend your time acting, but you're never learning what you're doing, you're gonna fail. If you spend your time chasing opportunity and never doing anything, you're gonna be at best in some famous person's entourage, right? I think that's how those people end up there, because you see opportunity, but you never act.
As humans, I've realized like we all have these reservoirs of this untapped potential inside of us and can achieve these extraordinary things when we're focused, when we shine positivity and light, when we lean into those that we love and uplift and co-create together.
But we usually don't pay attention to what's here right now. Right now, you and I are here. Everything we think our story is, our accomplishments, our problems, are BS. We're just this moment.
That's true.
And everyone watching this, if you really understand the highest truth of what's going on, we're all even. There's no, this person is better or less, and there's none of that. We're just this space that's here. Now from here, you have sky's the limit possibilities.
I chased opportunity, like viciously chased opportunity. Then I learned once I got there, and then I didn't hesitate to apply it.
You know, the worst thing you could ever do is if you're pursuing the wrong dream, or if your dream changes and you don't change with it.
I know from a personal level what that feels like, to be in pain or to feel like you're not worthy or that you're never going to be anything.
And I was like, you know what? It's time for me to free my own mind.
Yeah.
And resentment and anger and all these things that I kind of will just keep internally. It's time to rewrite this story.
If you're about to make a change in your life and you feel uncomfortable, that's the best feeling you can have. Because for the first time in your life, you're making a decision that's going to be best for you.
Now is your time. It's your moment. It is your day. Now is your time to win. Now is your time to make a difference. Now is your time to have an impact. Now is your time to make straight A's. Now is your time to be noticed. Now is your time to be heard. Now is your time to be seen. Now is your time to do this thing. It's your moment.
The only belief that matters is that if you put time and energy into getting better at something, you'll actually get better. And that those skills have utility. And typically when somebody learns something easier, we say, oh, they were born with it. But the reality is they get a disproportionate return on the amount of time that they spend studying that thing. They still have to study that thing. And so you don't find people achieving just levels of greatness. You know, even take a LeBron, who the amount of time that he spends working on his craft, making sure that his body's in peak physical condition, reading the game, all of that. He has to do all that, even though he has also incredible natural talent. So it can be useful to look for areas where, hey, I have a love for this thing and I'm good at it. I get a disproportionate return. That's a better way to think of it. That when I put energy into learning this thing, I get maybe 1.3x return on that versus somebody else who might get a 0.7 return. But what I want everybody to understand is you get a return. And so once you understand that you get a return, it may take you longer. You may have to work harder than somebody else. But if you love it enough and you want to be that thing, then you can become that thing.
But now is your moment. Now is your time. Now is the time where the talking is done. Now is the moment where you got to make a decision. And the decision is simply this. Are you ready to take the next step? Are you ready to start the new chapter? Are you ready to go and build a legacy? Are you ready? Are you ready?
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Alrighty. Good morning, beautiful people. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear, if you can see my screen, if the stream is working good, so I can start this beautiful morning session. Good morning, Kyle. I'm more than ready to start off this amazing session together with you guys. Yes, perfect. All right, amazing. Good. Before I start, it's very important for you to know that I'm here for educational purposes only, all right? It's important that I'm saying this. I'm not here to give you any financial advice, to say to you that you have to buy this or sell this, or I don't know. I just want to make sure that you guys understand the way the market moves and that you can use your understanding to put it into work and maybe gain some profits out of the markets. But that's my purpose here. Just share some educational knowledge so you can use that educational for yourself, okay? Now, let's get into it, because last week we had a very interesting session, right? We went over the basics, we went over the highs and the lows, how the market moves, right? In three directions, up, sideways, and down. Let me cover this very, very quick. This is what I showed you, remember? Okay, so we have the up move, the sideways move, and the down move, okay? I've been talking about the highs and lows in the previous session. I really recommend you to watch the recording and how you could use these highs and lows to find yourself opportunities in the markets, okay? So it doesn't matter which way we are going. If we're going up, we are, of course, are creating higher highs and higher lows. If we go down, we are creating lower lows and lower highs. And that's exactly what I'm doing here day in, day out. Doesn't matter Forex, crypto, for the people who are following me a long time already, yes, I'm still doing the same, okay? It's winning for me. It's going great for me. So why shouldn't I, all right? Never change a winning strategy, right? So good. The first thing I wanted to start with today is go over the price traps from last week. So from Wednesday last week, okay? Of course, we have been doing some price traps already in between. Like yesterday, we had a good day. And of course, the previous week, so last week, we also had some pretty interesting price traps. But let's just go over the price traps from the Wednesday that I gave the session and showed you the highs and lows that needed to get broken and get or searching that retest also on these different pairs. The very first one was 80 Canadian. Like I said, if you can remember the session, I've been saying about the demand zones that were below this. Like you could see, market crushed down below. So this is Wednesday, guys. So Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. is around this price zone. Okay, so market broke out a few hours after that and then came all the way back to, guess what? Give us that retest. Okay, so if we just use that basic knowledge, what do we see? Market creates a high, creates a low. So what can we expect? Of course, lower high, okay? We could find ourselves a reaction right over here. And like you can see, for me personally, this was a beautiful 1-on-3 risk to reward. Even for me personally, it depends a little bit on how you react. I was able to pull out a 1-on-5 or 1-on-6, I'm not sure anymore. It's already a week ago that I could pull out of this one, okay? But like you can see, simple concepts. The market is stuck in between the support and resistance. We break below this. So what do we create? Just pointing out the lows, the highs and the lows. What do we create? We create a lower low, so we search for lower highs. Even with this low, we have created a lower low, okay? So amazing to see how this price trap played out. And it's always fun to just give you guys the examples on a live session, to give you guys these setups, like the different price traps on that day, to then go over them a week after and see how they all played out. Okay, so that's just the beauty. I can just say in the past, like, look at this breakout retest, look at this breakout retest, but I think it's just better to show you how it's actually done, you know, showing you the price traps and then a week after showing you how it worked out. Okay, now this is the focus for today. Still the highs and the lows. Of course, I'm gonna get more value out there the more sessions we will do through this Telegram channel and of course the public zone in our Discord. More info for the people in Telegram very soon. But yeah, I just want to tackle it down step by step. And the very first step when it comes down to price trap is focus on that market structure. Find yourself these highs and lows. Find yourself the moment the market is stuck in between the high and the low. So you can use that for your upcoming setups and know where the market could potentially go to the moment you see that breakout retest. Okay, so that was for 80 Canadian. The next one was 80 NZD. Okay, this was a pretty messy one. Like you can see, this was a price trap we had. We saw the market breaking out, coming back for that retest. So let's just go over the highs and lows again. So what do we see? Market breaks out, creates what? Higher highs. All right. So the market comes back. What are we searching for? Higher lows. Right. This is exactly what happened. We had this little push. For me personally, when we look at this, this would be a break even. But if this was not the case for you, probably a stop loss. I'm not hiding this. Of course, there is never a strategy that says 100 or that is right 100% of the times. Remember that. That's a very important one. But like you can see, still the market did respect in some way this price trap. We broke out, we came back, higher low, and we got a push to the upside. All right, it didn't went as high as we are looking for because we were following that uptrending market. Like you can see, massive uptrending move. Of course, we would love the market to take off and go for a long run, but in this case, it didn't happen. Okay, it cannot be always spot on. Okay, so that's for AUD and ZD. Then we had Canadian CHF. That was the next one. All right. Well, let me just go in order, like I've sent them out here. I have my Discord open to see the different price trap I was going over. Back then, we were 12th, right? Yeah, 12th of January. Good. Next one was NZD Canadian. Look at the time. Where are we? Wednesday, 8 a.m. Again, beautiful price trap. High and low was created. Market breaks out a few hours after that, comes back for the retest, gives us again a beautiful opportunity. Okay. Here, market tested this 3 times. You had so many time to get in this one. Depends a little bit on your stop loss, depends a little bit how big of a stop loss you're using, and so on and so forth. But like you can see, if you reacted here with a simple 10 pip stop, 30 pips was definitely an opportunity here to have. Even a 1 on 4 was in there. Okay, so beautiful. Again, 1 on 3 was to reward. So if we just count what we have done last Wednesday, first one take profit, second one stop loss. I just count them as stop loss. For me, it was break even, but let's just do it like that. And then we have another take profit on NZD Canadian. So we are not there yet, that part of the education, the risk management part. But if you just see how risk management could play out, if you catch stop losses that it doesn't mean anything, a stop loss, you will see how powerful your trading will become. If you don't have any expectations of the market that has to give you take profits, or you're not happy, or it depends on how you feel, that's not the way you want to be in the charts. You want to put yourself away from the expectations and just let the market move in its flow. It doesn't matter how it's moving, if it's going against you or it's going with you. You should be that same neutral person looking at the charts. Okay, very important one here. Good. So that's for NZD Canadian. Another beautiful opportunity. Then we go to USD Canadian. Look at this, guys. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I know there are not a lot of people on the morning session right now, 6 people, which I know all of them. It's amazing to see some people back here. But for the people who are watching the recording, because I know a lot of people are working at this moment, I can't make this up, all right? This is simply what I'm doing for years already. Watching highs, watching lows, wait for the market to break out of this, and then see the market just playing out exactly what we expected the market would do. Okay, so like you can see here, market, what does it do? Again, this is pure basics. I wanna focus on this so you really understand the highs and lows. Market breaks out. Look at the time. Wednesday 8 was around this price area. So we went a little higher, then broke out during the evening, and during the night we had, or late evening night, we had a beautiful retest over here where you could potentially react on. Even the day after, during midday, we also had a second opportunity there. Like you can see, it depends a little bit on your stop loss, of course, but if you went for a 15 pip, almost a 1 on 10 risk to reward, guys, with a simple high and low trick, with a simple high and low analysis. That's it. Like you guys know, I love simplicity. Why should you make it difficult if you can keep it simple, right? Good, that's it. So USD Canadian, let's go to the next one. What was it? Euro AUD. I know Euro AUD did nothing. This was a price trap. So let's go back where we are. Wednesday 12th. This is the candle where we were at the session. Like you can see, market just took off crazy to the upside. Okay, so of course, if you see a move like this, I'm probably gonna delete this because we went way higher than we wanted. Of course, for the people who are in the private or the exclusive community where we really go every single day over the charts, we already had this breakout retest. So we had this opportunity over here to run this one for 200 pips, something like that. But if you see the market taking off this bad, this high, this strong, it's better to just delete your price trap and just wait till the market creates some new structure that you can work with. Okay, so that's for Euro AUD, no opportunity. Next one, Euro NZD, same thing. Of course, like I said, we had this first price trap breakout retest. This was a beautiful opportunity. But like you can see, Wednesday, 8 o'clock, that's the time I'm giving the sessions. We were breaking out of that new resistance zone. We never came back. Okay, same thing. What do? If we see such a massive run of how many pips is this already? This is, look at that, 157 pips. Then you rather get out of this or don't use that trap anymore because market just took off. You want to search for retests like this, okay? Or like you have seen on USD Canadian or AUD Canadian, or which ones were not NZD Canadian, all take profits. If you look at these retests, they weren't that big like you can see right over here. That's not what we are searching for. But like you can see, even with this retest, come on, 200 pips, chish. I cannot make this up. This is insane. I just showed you the price traps. Just go back to recording, watch the previous session, and then watch this session and see how massive this is working, right? All right, next one. Gold. I just purposely left this on here just to show you that this was during the session. I put this drawing during the session. You see, this is Wednesday 8th. So this is where price was. I told you we could go lower and then starts moving higher again to follow that massive uptrend of gold. And look how beautiful the market did what I expected. Of course, I didn't react on all of them. We had AUD Canadian, NZD Canadian, USD Canadian, gold, Canadian CHF. These were all opportunities that went take profit. But of course, I'm not reacting on 6 trades in one day. That's called over trading. I just take 1, 2, 3 maximum. And if you have 2, 3 take profits on one day, come on, guys. You don't even have to trade another day in the week. You would have enough with one morning session in the week, right? This is just, yeah, it's beautiful to see, right? It keeps not really surprising me, but it keeps like getting me excited to see how beautiful the market just respects what we are drawing, what we are looking at. It's just amazing. Okay, next one, Canadian CHF, another take profit here. Look at this. You can look the recording on my YouTube channel. You will see the recording will be posted also in the Discords and in the Telegram channel. So I will drop the YouTube link in there, okay? So no worries, bro. Probably have to go right now for work or something else, but enjoy your day and thanks for being here for this short period. Let's go. Canadian CHF, like you can see, high, low. This is exactly what I did on the session. Let's see, 12th of February. This is 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., 12th of February. This is literally 2 hours before entry, 1 hour and a half. Beautiful how the market reacted here. Breakout, retest, boom, 1 on 3 risk to reward. Once again, potential here. This is just, I just can't make this up. This is insane. Beautiful, just beautiful. I'm just focusing on highs and lows today. Of course, there is more value coming sooner or later. But I just want to show you how powerful highs and lows can work. Next one, Wednesday 12th at 8. Yeah, that's right, this one here. You had NZD CHF. So this was, yeah, probably the second stop loss that was there. The stop loss opportunity, let me say it like that, was there here on NZD CHF. So if we now take a look, market breaks out, so creates a higher high. We were searching for higher lows. Market did not do that. Market creates a lower low, okay? And then it's funny to see if you follow the highs and lows. This is just structure, guys. Lows, highs. We didn't create a higher low. What did we do? We created what? Lower low. What does the market does next? Lower high, guys. Boom. Takes off to the downside. Not gonna say I reacted on this, but this is just to show you how powerful and easy the structure can work for you. Okay, so that's for NZD CHF. So if we now take a little recap of what happened, we had 4, 8, 9 price traps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them were an opportunity or opportunity. There we go. I'm gonna make this a little wider. There we go. 7 of them, we got an opportunity. From these 7 ideas, we got 5 1-on-3 potentials. I'm gonna say 1-on-3 potentials. Of course, it depends on which ones you reacted. Potentials. There we go. 2 of them was a stop loss potential, even if potential. Even if AD as a D was basically a break even, I'm just going to put them in stop loss. All right. So 5 opportunities you could take profits on this, 2 opportunities you could take stop losses on this. All right. Again, this is no financial advice. This is just educational purposes only. I just want to show you, if you really put in the work, if you really train your eyes, if you really go deep in these highs and lows, simply highs and lows, that's it. This can really be a big game changer for a lot of people. And don't misunderstand me. If we take a look at trading, there are 3 important things in trading. One is the strategy. So it's good to know the highs and lows and that you focus on that. But you also need risk management, or yeah, let me just put risk. I'm a little lazy to type it out. And then the third one is psycholo. How do I psycholo? I don't know how to type it. But you know the point. Let's just put mindset, right? Better. There we go. So strategy, risk, mindset. All right. So what I said is, like, if you focus on these highs and lows, your life will become easier, and you really understand what the market could potentially do next. But I'm not gonna say this is gonna make you profitable. All right. What's making you profitable is a beautiful mixture of this here, and especially the last one there. That's 80% of your trading. 15% is risk and 5% is strategy, in my opinion. All right. So please do not only focus on strategy. Don't think that your losses is the market's fault. Look yourself in your own eyes and dare to say to yourself that the losses you're taking is maybe the perception you have about the market. The market doesn't owe you anything. So if you look at the market the way that a lot of people do, like, it's the market's fault that I took a stop loss, or the market is messy, or I don't know, you should probably do some journaling and see how you react on a personal level in the charts. All right, what your perception is of the market. My perception is simple. The market can do whatever the market wants to do. I just go with the flow and follow my strategy, and I know that I have a certain edge on my strategy. So what does that mean? Win rate versus risk. I have a beautiful edge on my strategy. So if I have a series of stop losses, I already had it 3, 4, 5 in a row. 5 is a long time ago, but 3, 4 in a row happens. It's life, that's trading. But I know my edge will keep it up. I know the next 2, 3 trades with a 1-on-3 risk to reward will keep that up. Okay. So this is very important, but I'm going to get too deep into there. This is maybe for the next session. What I want to do right now is, of course, guys, like, I want to trap the market, right? So I will get into there and we will take a look what we can find out of the markets for today. So the very first one, I think this is very obvious. This is very clear. We have AUD Canadian. If you have any questions, by the way, for the people who are following live, just shoot. I'm always here to answer the questions as good as possible. So this is AUD Canadian, where I would be looking at in that way. Beautiful support resistance zone here. Let's see how it will play out. Pretty simple again, waiting for the breakout retest. That's what I'm doing all day, every day. Breakout retest, breakout retest. Highs and lows. And I recommend you to do the same. Just go in the charts, mark up highs and lows until you're sick and tired of it. Because I was. at a certain moment. Now I love it. But I know when I was really educating myself, getting better at it, I was really like getting tired of doing the same thing over and over and over again. But that's the moment you know you're getting there. You know? There we go. Look at how beautiful highs and lows we got here. Easy price traps. Very obvious zones. AD pairs looking good. And guess what? AD is one of my favorites, to be honest. I've been trading AD for a long time, and yeah, I just like the way how it moves. Look at Canadian CHF. You see how the market can react on highs and lows. Lows, higher high, higher low, equal. What does happen here? This was also an opportunity I took last week. Beautiful, right? Come on. Come on. Let's move on. Let me just make sure I'm not missing out on anything. Give me a moment here. Let me check. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, Canadian JPY, we do have this here. For the people who were on the morning session yesterday, we have our higher retest, right? From this broken support zone. You see that? Break up, retest, now following that up. We didn't fully break off this high here. Let's see how this will play out, okay? If we could do, these are like the two opportunities here. This is moving lower, breaking, retesting, and keep the downtrend move going. Or we could simply react on these lows here, start moving up again, and get some breakout like this. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this just to review it next week again. This one here, I'm gonna leave it, don't like it. Same thing for Euro Canadian. We do have a massive trap on this, but I'd rather have traps like this and this and this than I have traps that I have like such a big zone. Euro pound, that isn't really what we want to see. Look at this. Euro JPY, I do like this one. Very easy and clean and small structure. What you can do for yourself is just zoom out if you're doubting about the zones and just look at the market, how it's reacting, right? So that's for Euro JPY. Euro NZD, I'm gonna leave it like this. This is such a messy chart. This is simply because of news. I'm gonna go over news in a moment, no worries. What we can expect. I'm not gonna say what the news is gonna do because I'm not that best of a fundamental trader. I know that. But just see what kind of red flag news we have for today. I know there was, if I'm not mistaken, some meetings for the FOMC and also some news on the AUD during the night. So we need to be careful with all these AUD pairs. I'm gonna do the alerts later. There we go. GCAT. Beautiful one from from yesterday, by the way. Remember, this was the resistance. We broke out, we came back for the retest, boom, market shoots up. Easy, like 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's why I really love this strategy. It just gives you multiple options. We can go up or down. That's what the market decides. We just follow what the market shows us. Okay. I'm not stuck in that one direction. I know in the past 6 years ago when I started trading, I was always stuck in that one direction. It needed to sell or it needed to buy. Now it doesn't matter what it's doing. I just follow what the market shows me. Look at that. We have some beautiful price ups today. I hope it's okay with the news that we don't have a lot of news going on, because I don't really like it. Of course not. Okay, we're getting there. UCAT, yeah, that's one I was looking for. I was looking for the breakout retest to the upside, but it's just consolidating for a long time already. So what we could do is just use that new resistance zone. I would still look at this support zone though. Before I would be looking at this one here. But this is what you could look for. I do expect like a little sweep of the lows to then go higher. This could be happening. I will leave it like this. We will see. Like next week, Wednesday, we will go over that. We will watch how the market has reacted on our zones. But I would look at it this way now. Oof, UJ. Yeah. Easy. Look at this. Lean easy structure. Pom pom pom. There we go. New chef. Nope. Let's see what's. Oh, we also have CHF JPY. Yeah, it was also one from yesterday. Went a little higher. This was the breakout retest we were looking for. I wanted to see the market to get a little higher, but yeah, we didn't get there. So personally had a beautiful reaction on GJ yesterday. Cashed out a 1 on 3 and now I'm out of it because market turned around and gave us a break even. Like you could see, we got a breakout retest. This was my first reaction. You could have a second reaction here, but I'm gonna leave it like this for now. So that's CHF JPY. We have our breakout, so we wait for the retest. For gold, I'm gonna wait. I just want to wait for some structure. We do have structure, of course. We have this high and we have this low, but this is massive, right? You could wait weeks for this one. So I'm gonna wait for some new structure that we could use, and that will be it. These are the price traps. So we have 80 Canadian. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Guys, 11 price traps. That's a lot. Be careful with that because overtrading is just around the corner when you have a lot of price traps on the day. All right. So what do we have? 80 Canadian waiting for the breakout. Basically, almost every single trade or every single idea we're looking for right now is still waiting for a breakout. All right. GA, GCAT, GU, all waiting for the breakout. UCAT, UJ. Only CHF JPY already broke out. So here we could wait for a retest back into our zone to follow up this small downtrending structure. Okay, be careful though. If the market goes to this zone, we have a lot of supply sitting here, so this could act very strong to move the market down. Okay, so if you're looking for breakouts to the upside, just be careful here. Okay, good. Like I said, what do we have for news? It's okay. We do have only the FOMC meeting minutes. It's not going to impact a lot, in my opinion, or I think. What's more important to pay attention at is this one here. 1:30, we have the employment change and unemployment rate on AUD. So 1:30 during the night, watch out for your AUD pairs. Maybe take some partials, make sure you break even, your risk is out of the markets before you go to sleep, because the market could move pretty strong on that news event. For the rest, it's looking pretty good. Only Friday, we have a lot of news going on between 8 and 4, around something like that. So almost the whole day. But coming days, like today and tomorrow, it's looking pretty okay. The only thing I would say, tomorrow, unemployment claims could have some impact. But for the rest, it's looking pretty good. Okay. So that's it for the news. 11 price traps. Let me open up this chart, of course, always interesting, always good to see. I was yesterday, to be honest, I was like, it's getting interesting. And I think a lot of people would be looking at this chart that way. It was like, is this the moment? Is this the moment are we finally getting direction? But no, we didn't. That's Bitcoin. Why do I say it? I was waiting for some candles. I wanted to see how the market will react on this zone, somewhere around this zone. And I was like, when this drop was happening, I was like, okay, now we are getting there. Now we are finally breaking structure. The 1 hour, of course, we have the downtrending movement we are following. So we could wait for a breakout if we want to see the opposite direction happening. But if we take a look at the higher time frames, especially the daily, we are still bouncing off that same support zone. Okay, you know, the more we bounce off of it, the weaker it becomes. So at this moment, it's not clear yet, but these are like two lines I want to see. If a daily candle closure gets below one of these two lines, in my opinion, I think we would go lower and catch maybe these lows out of the market. All right, at least. Okay, so get lower, take out this low here, and then maybe go further away to 70, 73, 74. Okay, but at this moment, it's too early to say that. We also have still that upside movement that is still possible, but we need to break some structure on that lower time frame. Okay, so here we have a lot of highs that needs to get broken before I would say that we could go higher again with crypto. But at this moment, it's boring. It's since that one day, that Monday, where we saw the market going for a dip, a pretty strong dip, we are just moving sideways. Nothing is happening in this chart. This is already since the beginning of February till now that the market isn't doing anything. Okay, same thing for Ethereum. Exactly the same thing for Ethereum. I did thought I was thinking yesterday, like, whoa, we see some shift in momentum. We see that there's a lot of Bitcoin going into Ethereum, so the Ethereum BTC chart is showing some strength. But it was like done in only a few hours. So we are still in that same position. So we will need to be waiting. We will need to be patient till the market really shows its direction, what we could expect for the upcoming days or weeks. At this moment, what do I expect? Well, this or this. These are the two opportunities we have, right? Or three opportunities we have, right? But it's too early to say anything about this. So I cannot really say like we were going down, we were going up. Depends a little bit what we will do here with this zone, this very, very strong support zone. Okay. And that will be it, I think. Are there any more questions? Let me know in the chat box if you have. While I'm waiting, if there are any questions, let me know. Well, what do I say? While I'm waiting on some questions, if there are questions, I will be sharing, of course, the recording on the YouTube channel, so so you can just watch it over and over and over again. And I really recommend you, if you just finished this session and I went over the charts and you're not sure about what I've already or all shared during this session, I really recommend you go back one session, just watch the price traps, and then watch this session again and again and again. The more you will see these highs and lows, the more you will see how it works, the easier it will become for you to recognize these kind of patterns. Okay, good. I don't see any questions coming in, so I'm gonna leave it for today. Let me stop sharing here. There we go. Great morning session. Thank you. I'm also happy and grateful I'm able to do these sessions, to share my knowledge with you guys, and to just have an impact, right? There are a lot of people struggling in this industry when it comes down on trading, of course. And when I say a lot of people, I'm talking 95% of the people who are entering Forex, crypto, trading in general. They're all losing, right? So I just want to be here to maybe clarify things, to maybe make things a little more clear and not that difficult, or keep it easy for everyone. For me, it helps, all right? When I was 6 years ago, when I started trading, I was making things difficult. I was using so many different things through each other, like the price trap, and then we had other strategies and the smart monies and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, let's just take a step back and make it simple. Let's just focus on the core of technical analysis, highs and lows, market structure. And that was the moment everything changed for me personally. So I hope I can be that change that I had in the past for you. So you can see the market as simple as I see them, and that you can break through some patterns, because a lot of people are in that same circle doing the same things over and over again without them recognizing it. And I hope I could be a little change in that, so you can find yourself in a profitable way in these markets and not in a hurting way, because a lot of people get hurt in these charts. All right, but good. Let me just keep it here. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. We see each other back next week, of course, for the public zone, for the Telegram channel, of course, for Telegram, and we are working, like, finalizing the final details about something that's coming, a public zone in Discord, and so on and so forth. But more news on that later. But I just want to wish you now a very beautiful day. Just keep grinding, keep yourself focused, and keep yourself trading in these charts, back testing, and we see each other back next week, right? Good. Ciao, ciao.